Hello and welcome to another live Sprues and Brews Battle Report. We are continuing on the path to glory today as the Fyreslayers take on the Bonereapers. Now we have got a super special guest in the studio today. Andy, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, Matt. Thanks for having me on.
So you may know Andy, he's been on the podcast a couple of times now. He's always been an unofficial Sprues and Brewer in the background. So yeah, he came on the show and thought we'd play some Path to Glory against the Bonereapers. So really excited to play in these. I've not used my Fyreslayers for ages as well. I think it was possibly a Throne Schools doubles that we went to back when the world was normal when I last used these. We've got a couple of people in the chat as well. We've got Batimo, how are you doing? Let us know who you are supporting between the Fyreslayers and the Bonereapers. Is there any fans of the Dwarves in, or do you like the filthy minions of Nagash? Let us know in the chat, please. So yeah, as I say, we're doing Path to Glory. We are playing the breakthrough scenario. The Fyreslayers will be trying to break through the back of the board and get deeper into Bonereaper territory. The Bonereapers aren't terribly pleased about that though, and we'll be trying to stop them. So I have got my army ready to face them. A Rune Father on his Magma Droth, because monster rules are really cool in the newest Age of Sigmar, and I really wanted to use a monster, so he had to be thrown in there. We've also got a unit of Auric Hearthguard and a unit of Hearthguard Berserkers. I have also got a Invocation in there, just because I had some points, but I've not actually got anyone who cast it, so I might need to add a priest at the first opportunity when I can in the Path to Glory. What's in your army, Andy?
So obviously bringing the Bonereapers with me today. Put them a bit more on camera. So I've got a Bone Shaper who's going to be my general. I've got 2 units of Mortek Guard. And I've got a unit of 3 Necropolis Stalkers. And I've gone for the dreaded Petrifex Elite.
Petrifex Elite, eh? That sounds filthy. So yeah, awesome. So in this scenario, the invader, that's me, sets up first. I have to set up 12 inches away from enemy territory. Now we've got enemy territory marked out here with these rulers. It's an unusual one. My territory kind of covers this whole segment of the board. Andy's territory kind of is the corners. Yeah. So he doesn't get the middle bit for some reason. I don't know why. So obviously I'm going to deploy to take advantage of that. So let's stick him there. We'll stick some Auric Hearthguard with him to take advantage of a bit of a rush. And we'll stick these guys. I don't necessarily need these guys to be too close to the guy, but no, we'll stick him there. We'll get him into the wood and start shooting some stuff, I think.
Yeah.
That is me deployed. Nice easy deployment. Small army. Right. We've got Mr. Jason Stanier in the chat. Sorry, Andy, but the dwarfs have to win this.
Gutted. I'm generally gutted, Jay. Don't worry, I'll have dwarfs as well.
So Andy, yeah, do you want to start deploying your forces?
Okie dokie. So this is going to be a bit of an unusual one because I have to split my army up. Otherwise, you're just going to steamroll on one flank. So I'm actually going to put. So it's 11 inches from the side, isn't it?
It is 11 inches from the side, yeah.
Oh, I almost completely forgot. Movement trays.
Movement trays, there you go.
From Mini Mag.
Very, very professional. Bit of product placement there, Andy, on your first appearance to the show. To be fair, we've done a bit of a review on those trays. If you look on our YouTube channel, really, really handy. I use them for my witch elves because they're a nightmare to put in trays normally. There you go, Andy rocking up with his fully magnetised bases and everything.
No, super prepared.
See, I've fought Bonereapers a couple of times, and I've been battered by them most times I've played them. They were pretty good. I don't know why they are in the new edition.
I mean, obviously we don't get command abilities and stuff like normal armies, but I'm hoping that the Petrifex Elite can take advantage of not having any, just because of the fact that we've got, for 1 Relentless Discipline, improving the rend on attacks by 1. I mean, we still get Mystic Shield and stuff, so
yeah,
you can still have like 3-up saves and things like that. So
yeah, you've got a lot of the new abilities baked into your discipline points anyway, haven't you?
Yeah.
Obviously not everything. Yeah, no, they should be pretty cool. They look really nice. I really like the Bonereapers models as well.
Yeah, well, it's an army I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and then when you guys put out the hashtag Tale of Sprues on Twitter, I thought, you know what, there's no better time than to start Bonereapers now.
So you getting the hashtag Tale of Sprues in as well. You're a pro already, Andy.
Not my first time. Well, it's my first time on Twitch, but
yes, it is. It is.
not my first time.
Like I say, you've been on the podcast a couple of times as well, haven't you? Talking all things Warhammer. I think you're a similar mindset to us, not to over the top tournament play, more about rolling some dice and having some fun.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, but, yeah, you can't take it too seriously, can you?
So
I mean, you can do what, as long as you enjoy it. I suppose that's the main thing, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. If your thing is super win it or cosplay, and you know some people enjoy that, it stresses me out. I just like throwing some models around and rolling some dice personally.
Well, this is it. If there's no stress, you enjoy it more, don't you?
Yeah. In fact, for those guys in the chat, are you a fan of match play? Do you like tournaments? Do you make sure your lists are super competitive and work from that point of view? Or would you rather play more narrative games? You know, we've really embraced the Path to Glory stuff, and we're really looking forward to the Path to Glory kind of supplements coming out, which hopefully isn't too far off. I don't think we had to wait. I think it was around about the time the first codexes came out for 40k when the first Crusade supplement came out. So hopefully, maybe even next month, we might start to see some supplemental stuff, because to be fair, we've nearly played every narrative play mission out of the book. What's good about Path to Glory though is you can also play the match play battles, you can play the open battles, so yeah, you get lots of options, which is good. So in this game, the win condition, there's no objectives as such. The scenario, I need to try and get my Fyreslayers off the northern side of the table that you can see there on the screen. If one of my units at the end of a battle round is wholly within 7 inches of Andy's board edge, and there's no enemy units within 3 inches, they escape. If 2 of my units escape, I win the game. If Andy can kill 2 of my units, he wins the game. If one of my units gets away, if my general is alive, I get a minor victory. If my general is dead, Andy gets a minor victory. So quite a straightforward one. I need to get these guys off the board, and they're fairly resilient, some of my units.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, as the invader, I can choose who gets the first turn. And I don't know if I just get you to move up and then I rush in whatever direction you don't go. In fact, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Andy, you can have the first turn.
Okie dokie.
So you technically you get command points, but you can't use them. Is that right?
No. So.
Or do you just get the relentless discipline points instead?
Yeah. So if your army is an Ocelot Bonereaper army, you do not receive command points. Instead, you receive relentless discipline points.
Okay, cool. And you generate them as normal at the start of every battle round, do you?
Yeah. So I get 1 for each Bonereaper hero I've got. So I've got 1. So that's me 1. If I take the first turn, I also receive another 1. So it puts me on 2. And then at the start of each hero phase, I roll a dice for each Bonereaper unit on the board, and on a 6 I get an extra 1.
Oh, nice.
So I get 1 extra relentless discipline.
Excellent.
So I'm on 3.
Cool. Well, I get 2 command points because I'm going second. My general is alive and on the table, so he gets a command point as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess hero abilities at the start of the command phase.
Well, I'm very limited on what I can do. I don't think at the minute I want to do anything, because the only ones I can do are...
I guess it's a tough one for you, because an extra command point is not any good to you, is it?
I can't do the Unbind, because A, you've got no wizards, and I'm already a wizard. I can do Finest Hour, but I don't see a point in doing that because it's only once per game, isn't it?
It's once per game, so yeah, you've got to pick your moments to use that.
And then the other one's Healing, which again I don't need to do because I'm full. So I have no heroic actions.
Well, I am going to try and generate another command point because why not?
Yeah.
On a 4+. Yep, I get a command point that only the general can spend. So there we go.
Oakley dokley. So, my hero phase. Okay. So, I think it's going to be a short one. I'm just going to try and Mystic Shield. Oh, what do you charge?
So while you're contemplating what to do, Batimo says, I like match play to balance the games, however the new narrative style missions look like really good fun. Yeah, and if you try Path to Glory, you could play through the narrative Path to Glory, but play match play games and have the restrictions on your units in there. Jay says match play is good, and I love Crusade / Path to Glory. Good thing is that you can mix the two anyway, so you don't need to choose. Yeah, that's a really good thing about this edition.
So my Bone Shaper is going to try and Mystic Shield the Mortic Guard.
The Mortic Guard, okay.
Which goes off on 7.
I have nothing to stop that with anyway, so they've got Mystic Shield.
Other than that, I think that's it for my hero phase.
Okay, cool.
Movement phase, I'm going to do...
So obviously if you've not played the new edition yet, Mystic Shield's changed again to how it was when the game very first came out. It's +1 save. Now your Petrifax Elites, that's flip-flop between a few things. Currently it's less than rend by 1, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm imagining most of the rend in your army is probably -1. Maybe Runefather's got -2.
Oh, Runefather, yeah, he's got -2 with his artifact on his key.
Makes my guys pretty survivable, hopefully. That's the plan. These guys are going to use the Unstoppable Advance, so I'm down to 2 Relentless Discipline points.
Cool.
And basically I just add 3 to the move characteristic in that phase. I'm then going to run them as well, so we run an extra 2.
Super fast.
So let me do basic maths here. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 4 is 9.
So G says, so Petrifex used to be awesome, how have they changed in 9th? So really it's rewording that improved save to lessen rend, which net gives you the same effect, but because you can only have a maximum of +1 save, it kind of gets around that. So yeah, they're pretty good. They've still got, what's the base save on them?
A 4+.
So 4+. They've still got 3+ at best, I guess, then with Mystic Shield.
Yeah.
But you're going to need a lot of rend to get through them, which I think is a fairer way of doing it.
Yeah, I agree as well. I mean, the Mortic Guard I think we're going to be your Anvil now, because they've still got the Shield Wall rule for discipline. They can reroll saves. Obviously, you do rerolls before modifier, so it's still 4+, but ignoring rend and having 3-up save is still pretty tasty.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, so I can't use Unstoppable Advance again this phase. Oh, how far are you away from me? 15. Oh.
You feeling lucky, Andy?
Well, movement force, that puts me on an 11-inch charge.
It's a long charge.
That's a very long charge. No, I think
you're very confident with this 11-inch charge.
Yeah. I'm just going to move up 4. And obviously remain coherent. So that's a thing. The Stalkers. Oh. Stalkers. See, I think the Stalkers ideally want to go into your Runefather.
Yeah.
But your Runefather's pretty scary. So I think I'm just going to run them. Yeah, I'm just going to run.
4-inch charge, not bad.
So it puts me on a 10-inch move. So I'm just going to move around here.
Ready to redeploy where they're needed.
Yeah, I'm trying to spread out a little bit, just so that if you go one way, I can still react.
Yeah. Jay says 11-inch charge. Dave has just passed out.
Can I borrow the Deathwatch dice, Dave?
Deathwatch dice. The dreaded Deathwatch dice.
And then the Bone Shaper is just going to move a little bit closer.
Okay.
Just because these guys do not have a unit champion.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, you kind of spread out a bit there.
Yeah.
I am going to have to try and focus on one side, but then the stuff in the middle can support. Okay.
I think that's it for my turn 1.
That's it for your turn 1. Okay, so that was a quick turn 1 from the Bonereapers. On to turn 2 for the Fyreslayers. Start the hero phase. My general's alive. So I've got a lot of command points to use. I may as well use his command ability to make all Fyreslayers auto pass Battle Shock.
Okey-dokey.
So I may as well use that because I've got command points to burn, really.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Ooh.
I'm going to see if I get any more Relentless Discipline points. I don't. Ooh.
Now, what to do here in my hero phase, my heroic action? Because I could go find this tower and absolutely mess up a unit of Mortek Guard here.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah.
Now he's pretty quick. He is movement 12,
Get some.
and he can run in charge. I mean, he can go where he likes, really.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first thing that we're going to do is strike a rune. We're going to do the Rune of Relentless Zeal. This adds 2 inches to the movement characteristic of all Fyreslayer units. On a 6, isn't it? I get the enhanced effect.
Roll
Come on,
roll
6!
Yeah, there you go.
So everything's got +2 movement, making my little short-legged Fyreslayers just that little bit quicker.
Yeah.
We're going to do a heroic action. Do I do their finest hour? He's pretty good in the fight.
Yeah, I'm scared of him.
And he's got a command ability that gives all Fyreslayers a 12-inch bubble +1 to hit as well. So basically it's a better version of, All Out Attack?
Yeah.
So he could do a bit of a coordinated strike on something here.
I feel like these Mortek Guard are.
Yeah. And if I can get the double turn, then maybe I can do a bit of damage here. So yeah, we are going to do their finest hour on the Rune Father.
Okie dokie.
Now that will only affect him, not his mount. So that gives you a little bit of... Though I guess the aura will affect everything for his +1 to hit.
Yeah.
But for the +1 to wound, it's only going to be the guy himself. Now he's pretty good, as you're well aware.
Yeah.
So we're going to go for that. What heroic ability are you going to use? Again, it's a bit funny because you've got no spells to stop. There's not a lot you can really do with it.
No. I think I'm going to pass again. I'm going to hopefully weather this turn, and then if you do get the double and go into my Bone Shaper, then I think I'll need the finest hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to pass this turn.
Okay, so other command phase abilities. I haven't really got a caster. I don't think there's a lot I can actually do in this phase, to be honest. So I think what we're going to do is move on to the movement phase. Now obviously everything's a lot quicker than it would otherwise be. And I reckon we can put out some damage on these skeletons there. So we're going to move forward. Ready to shoot some things. The Magma Droth is going to move a mighty 14 inches round the trees.
Oh.
In fact, you know what? He can run, but does he need to run? Because we can get some fire on the go as well and burn some stuff, and he can make that. He gets +1 to charge anyway. I'm confident in that guy's charging abilities.
Do you have faith?
I have faith. The Berserkers, on the other hand, are absolutely going to run. In the lodge, they move 6 inches, where they run anyway, giving them a 12-inch move essentially.
You said dwarves were slow out.
They're just going to be in line with him. So yeah, they're surprisingly nippy, the Fyreslayers, especially on a small board like this.
Yeah.
We found that in last week's episode with Jay's dwarves. They can get around pretty quickly into small battlefields.
Yeah, those Iron Drakes. Yeah, they got around quite quickly.
So with my the kind of faction that I'm in, anything wholly within 12 inches can run and charge as well. Okay. So yeah, they're a pretty good lodge. They're not as crazy good as they were with the War Scroll Battalion, which made them really, really good when you kind of went heavy on the Berserkers.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But they're still pretty tasty. So yeah, onto the shooting phase. We have got some guns. Some very nice guns. The Auric Hearthguard have got their magma pikes. So in fact, their thrown axes are probably in range as well.
Yeah.
So all of the guns. We'll start with the axes because they're the more boring ones. We get a shot each with them. They are hitting on 4s, they're wounding on 3s. Sorry, hitting on 5s, wounding on 5s. We are going to do, from the unit champion, what's it called?
All out attack?
All out attack, yeah.
I was going to say, don't you get the +1 for the boss?
So that is in the combat phase.
Okay.
So we'll do it on them there to get that covered.
Yeah.
So these are going to be hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. Those guys, obviously. So 3 hits and wounding on 5s. Yeah, they're pretty good with their axes. 1, 3+ save, I guess. That's the unit with Mystic Shield on, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just wondering when the so the shield wall only works in combat, so it's a free up. Loves it.
G says it's a bit presumptuous for the Fireslayers to declare its finest hour within the first 7 minutes of a game. They're very fiery. You know, he's G'd himself up for this, which is straight into the fight. The Runefather himself, he also has an axe. In fact, they have axes. They all have axes. They ran though. He didn't run. He's going to throw an axe at the unit in front of him. He has hit.
No.
He has not wounded with his axe. However, the Magma Droth can breathe fire on the unit. So, I have to roll a d6. If I can roll less than the number of models in the unit, the target suffers d3 mortal wounds. They take d3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
One more wound.
So, Deathless Minions. Nope. That is the first ever casualty from my Bone Reaper army.
The first ever casualty, burnt to a cinder by a Magma Droth. Okay, well that was pretty tasty. We are going to go in with the pew 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 pew. Yes, I've completely forgot the actual guns on those. I got too excited. So yeah, the pikes themselves. What are they called? Magma pikes. So you get 2 shots each. The champion gets 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got a load of shots. They are hitting on 3s because of the +1 to hit that they got.
Yep.
Ooh, not so good. Quite a few misses there.
Good for me.
Yeah. And they are wounding on 3s.
3s, yeah.
And that is 5 wounds at -1. That you
Minus
ignore
one.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so just looking for 3s. Oh, that is 1 Deathless Minion. Nope, that is another 1. Burnt to a cinder.
So starting to pick away at the Bonereapers, but I'm sure they'll be back.
Hopefully.
So we'll move on to the charge phase. We are going to... We'll charge with these guys first.
Okie dokie.
Don't let me down, chaps. 7 inches.
Yeah,
that's
that's
fine.
yeah.
So, I mean, to be fair, they can probably keep that like formation there as well. Because they're all in range there.
It's this next unit that I hope you roll double 1.
Yeah, he's absolutely re-rolling this if he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Runefather himself has gone 12 inches. And you know what? He might take advantage of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, does he hit every unit with this? It is. I think we're going to have to try and hit both units there.
Yeah.
We did say it's his finest hour, so we can probably swing him round. Oops, sorry, tail him away to get within range of both units.
Yeah.
In a super aggressive turn 1 charge from the Fyreslayers. Yeah, okay, interesting. So, of course, he's going to use his command ability to give +1 to hit to all Fyreslayers within 12 inches.
Yeah, don't believe me.
So he's going to use that. That frees up these guys potentially to use all-out defence if they need to as well.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so let's do some business with this guy. I can potentially take advantage of this and take out some of those scary, what are they called? Your choppy guys?
Necropolis Stalkers.
Necropolis Stalkers, because I've got a feeling these guys can probably deal with the Mortek Guard, to be fair.
Hopefully.
So we're going to put... I think we're going to put everything on those guys.
Okay.
Oh, do we? He gets a lot of attacks. 6 claws. How many wounds have he got each? 4 each, have they? 5
4
each?
each, yeah.
4 each. And he could potentially do a bit of damage here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna deal with them. He's gonna put his latch key into those guys.
Okie dokie.
He's going to put the blazing maw into those guys. And, I really want to kill them. He's going to put the lot into them to make sure they're dead.
Okay.
That's what he's doing. No messing around.
With the Necropolis Stalkers, at the beginning of the combat phase, I pick a combat stance for them to go in. I'm going to pick reroll saves.
Yeah, I did wonder. Cool, so they are they're going super defensive.
Yeah.
My guy's going to throw everything into them to try and take him out.
Okay.
I think this is my one opportunity of the game for him to just batter them.
This is your finest hour,
Is this their finest hour? Yeah. So he gets 6 attacks with his claws and horns.
Okay.
He has got +1 to hit, and he's also got +1 to wound, and he's got +1 save because of finest hour and his command that he'd already done. So they're pretty good.
He's tooled up.
He's tooled up, so he's hitting on 3s. Oh, you know what? We forgot something. The monster ability.
Oh yes, yeah.
So he's going to do stomp on because it's too late. We'll do a D3, 1, 2, 3 on them, 4, 5, 6 on them. Just because I should have declared it before. Obviously we've seen
that's fine. If you want to put it on.
Yeah. Okay. So D3 mortal wounds on them. 2 mortal wounds.
2 more wounds. So looking for deathless minions. Nope. 2 more die. Ooh. I'll take this guy. I suppose it doesn't make too much of a difference, but I'm going to take that guy as well.
I just got too excited with the monster charging in there. So we've all hit with all of them. That is going to be wounding on... finest hour will affect him, not his mount, so that'll be wounding on 3s.
3s, okay. 1s and 2s, please, Matt.
Yeah. That's a couple of 1s and 2s.
Yeah, okay, that's alright.
So 4 get through. I don't think anything happens on 6s on those ones. They're -1 rend and 2 damage each.
So this is into the Stalkers.
Into the Stalkers, yeah.
So I reduce your... Is this -2 rend?
This is -1 rend.
-1. So I ignore the -1. So
and you reroll the save.
Yeah, so it's a 4 up.
Oh, good job.
With a reroll. In fact, you know what? I'm going to get some more dice.
I'm going to switch to dice cam for this intense.
Okay, so 2 go through, that's 4 damage.
4 damage, yeah.
So they're close to a Bonereaper hero, so 6s.
Ooh.
Kill 1. I'm going to take the far end one.
Well, that's 1 of them down. That's good for me to start.
Yeah, 1 down.
Next we've got his Blazing Maw. That'll be hitting on a 3. This could do some damage.
Real 1.
No, it hits. This one is wounding on a 2+.
Yes!
He's rolled 1. Of course he did. And then finally we've got the the Latchkey Grand Axe. It gets 3 attacks. It is hitting on 2s, it is wounding on 2s, it is -2 rend, it does 3 damage. Any hit of 6 on this does +1 damage.
Okay.
It's -2 rend because of the artifact as well, so yeah, pretty cool. So, hitting on 2s.
1s, please.
No 2.
No.
Wounded on 2s.
Just saving it for the ruling roll.
So they've all gone through, -2, there wasn't any hits of 6, there's some wounds of 6 unfortunately. They're -2 rend.
So I reduce it by 1, so it's -1. So I'm looking for 5s. And then I do rerolls before modifiers, so I don't actually reroll before. Oh, was that 3 damage each?
Yep, 6 damage.
6 damage. Looking for deathless minions. Save 1, that's 5 damage. So it kills 1 guy and puts another guy down to 3 wounds.
Mm.
That's pretty That was pretty successful.
That was pretty brutal charge from him. He's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah.
We've had Bertimo in chat say, never split your attacks. Don't forget the Caradron game. Yeah, if it had split the attacks, all that would have happened is that you'd have ended up bringing back some more guys, I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, with a Bone Shaper's ability, you can pick a unit and heal them. I can either heal 3 wounds, or up to 3 wounds, or 3 wounds worth of models. So yeah, if you'd split your attacks and you only killed 1,
or even just wounded 1,
yeah,
kind of. I think you need to kind of focus fire, don't you, to take down the units. Now, you're not getting a model back there. You just,
no.
You can heal them up, and obviously you've got other units that have taken some wounds now, and giving you a bit more choice.
Yeah.
You do get to a fight with something though now, Andy.
Okie dokie. Well, I feel like the Mortek Guard are definitely in need of some fighting. I've got 2 Relentless Discipline points. Oh, but then you do mortal wounds on 6s, don't you?
I do. So let's get this right. Every unmodified hit of a 6 does 2 mortal wounds in addition to any other damage. They are pretty tasty. There's only 5 of them.
Well, I lose all my Relentless Discipline points at the end of the turn anyway, so I'm going to use 1 to shield wall the Mortek.
Yeah, and I may as well use the squad leader of that squad to give them all-out defence, because again, I'd use all these command points at the end of the battle round anyway.
Okay, so when piling in, I have to pile in towards the closest unit, don't I? So that guy can go to there. Soul Cleaver guy.
Yeah, closest unit or closest model, which is good, so you can now lap around the back of things if you want to.
So
I mean, you can probably get out of combat with that Magma Draft if you're closer to the Slayers.
Well, I think this guy is closer to the Magma Draft, so he'll have to go there. And then he will go to there just to bridge the gap. And then this guy will go to there just so he can attack the Mortek Guard.
Anonymous Rex in the chat says, hey guys, how many turns in? This is the end of turn 1. The Fireslayers have made an aggressive turn 1 charge.
A very aggressive turn 1, yeah.
We're playing a Path to Glory mission where my units, if they can get within Andy's side of the board, wholly within 7 inches, with no enemy models within 3 inches, they escape from the board. Andy basically has to keep models near them to stop that from happening. If I can get 2 units off, I win. If Andy can kill 2 units, he wins, or stops 2 units from escaping. If I get 1 unit off, and that's it, depending on whether my general's alive determines whether it's a minor victory. So if Andy kills it, it's a minor victory for him. If he's alive, it's a minor victory for me. Obviously, if I can get the general off the board, then I've at least got a minor victory. So I guess Andy's going to be careful here, because if I do kill that unit and there's not a Bone Reaper within 3 inches of him, he just runs away and I get a minor victory.
Yeah.
But that's my big heavy hitter gone then, so I need to decide whether I want him to run off as well.
Okay, I'm going to do so there's 5 guys, including a champion, but one of them has a cleaver, so I'll do him first. So he's looking for freeze. And then 4 guys.
They're obviously a bit spooked at these big angry dwarves.
Yeah.
They're taller than the Mortek Guard.
Yeah, you don't mess with the dwarf, that's partially on fire. So this is the Nadrite Blades, so any 6s score an additional hit. So looking for freeze. Oh, that's what I wanted. So I get 2 extra hits, so that makes those misses hits. And then looking for 4s to wound. So that is 4 at -1.
4 at -1. Okay, so with the all-out defence, that puts them on a 4+ save. -1 puts them on a 5+ save. They've got 2 wounds each, so
yeah.
Let's see how they get on.
Oh,
Some pretty good rolling. So that's 2 saves. How much damage do they do?
1 damage each.
So Hearthcube Berserkers are pretty good. They get a ward save of 6+. That gets to you add 2 to it if you're within range of a hero. So they've essentially got a 4+ ward save. So one has got 1 wound left.
Okay, and then this is probably not a good idea, but that one Mortek Guard.
Oh, that's with blood.
Yeah, it's gonna poke the room farther. So freeze, 2 hits, 4s to wound. So that is 1 wound at -1 to Runefather.
1 wound and -1 on the Runefather, so that is a 3+ save. Yeah, the 3+ save. No, it isn't. It's a 5+ save. He's only got 4+ save base. It's -1, so that goes through. How much damage does that do?
Well, you've got Finest Hour, haven't you?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, right, it is. No, it isn't, because it's 4 plus -1 is 3, +1 is 4. So the 3, the 3 doesn't go through. So that goes through. However, you do get hit by volcanic blood.
No.
So on a 4+, the attacking unit takes a mortal wound. She doesn't.
Thank God.
So I have suffered 1 wound on the Magmadroth. And he's just really, really angry now.
Yeah, he's very angry.
Jay says, the Guard have all-out attack and all-out defence. No, they have our honoured ancestors, the Fyreslayers. Aura +1 hit works out better for me than all-out attack, because for 1 command point, I can have it on multiple units then. They do have all-out defence as well. And you know what? They're going to fight next as well and kill a load of Bonereapers here.
Hopefully not.
So we get quite a few attacks here. The captain, for want of a better word, gets 3, and the other guys get 2 attacks each. 2 attacks each with their pole axes. 4, 6, 8. These guys are hitting on 2s. Any unmodified hit of 6 does 2 mortal wounds in addition to any other damage.
That's right.
We're looking for a load of 6s.
I've got faith, Dave.
You've got faith. So they've all hit, but we've done 2 mortal wounds on top. That could have been a lot worse, Andy.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse.
And they're wounding on 3s. Again, pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay.
So that is 7 saves to make. There's no rend on these.
No rend. Oh, but that is, yeah, that's alright. So looking for 4s, but I've shield walled, so I've got a reroll.
Ooh.
The PSU dice don't like this, do they? Oh, okay. So that's 1, and then you did 2 mortal wounds as well.
1 plus 2 mortal wounds.
So looking for 6s.
Oh. Then unicorns popping up again.
So 1 dies. Well, you're going to be within 3 inches of. Oh God. I'll take the banner off.
Take the banner off. I mean, he's within. The Runefather's not escaping this turn anyway. Well, I say that. At the end of the combat phase, he swings around with his tail. For each enemy unit within 3 inches, if the roll is less than the number of models in that unit, it suffers D3 mortal wounds. So
okay.
I can't affect that. There's 6. That one will get hit though, because I'm going to roll under that. So D3 mortal wounds on those guys. 3 mortal wounds.
Oh dear.
Do you save 2 of them again?
2, yeah.
They are putting up a good fight.
Oh, I'm going to have to take this guy.
Will in the chat says, how are you finding Ossiot Bonereapers without command points?
I'm still enjoying them. There's a few things. I mean, this is like the first game I've played, and this is like turn 1, isn't it? So you are a little bit limited in what you can do. Like over here, when you moved up, if I could use normal command points, we were redeployed backwards. So obviously, you can't do that. Same thing with these guys. These guys could have potentially redeployed a little bit further back and then not got charged. Obviously, not having all-out attack and stuff is a bit of a pain. But then, yeah, I think they're fine. I'm still enjoying them.
It wouldn't surprise me if those generic command abilities get added to the Ossiot Bonereapers when they get their battle tome.
I mean,
or something similar to them, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen from the Underworld Warband that they're getting archers, or I imagine they'll probably get archers. So hopefully the new battle tome's not horrendously far away. Yeah,
I mean, for 40k, they've done. They brought out a lot of codexes in that first year.
Yeah.
I'm just looking down at this shelf there. They did get them at a bit of a rapid rate, and obviously COVID impacted that as well. So hopefully for this year, realistically, I think we're going to see the Stormcast and the Oryx, and then the Mystery Chaos Codex. I think the rest will then be next year. I don't think we'll get a 4th one snuck in at the end of the year.
No, probably not, no.
But you know, they could be if it's a range where there's lots of models, they could just bring out the book. It's more so those ones that need some model support where you're going to get a big wave and they're going to be more spaced apart, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, I'm enjoying them.
Cool.
The Necropolis Stalker, he's going to poke you.
He's going to poke me.
He's going to poke you. Although, because I've gone for reroll saves, he's not horrendously scary. So, he's got 5 attacks with his Spirit Blades. Hit on freeze. So that's 3 hits.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Freeze to wound. 2 wounds at -1, doing 1 damage.
So same again, he's got Fan Sour for the 3+ save, comes back down to a 4+ save for the -1. So 4+.
Oh.
Doesn't save them. So he does take another 2 wounds, however 6s will splash back mortal wounds to you. No.
Oh, thank God.
So he is taking a little bit of a beating, the Runefather. If only there was some way to heal him up in the hero phase.
Yeah.
You'd almost taken him down to his next tier.
No, that's alright then. That's alright.
Battle shock point of view, you don't take battle shock, do you? And I've not lost any models yet. So that was a quick turn 1.
That was very quick.
I guess the important rule is going to be who gets the priority in this turn 2. That might change the outcome of the battle, mightn't it? Let's go to dramatic camera cam for this one. To see who gets turn 2, a 3.
Oh, it's the pressure's on.
3 out of you get it.
Oh yeah, because
you get it because you.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, sigh of relief.
So I, however, do get 2 command points and another one from the generals alive.
So Relentless Discipline. I get 1 for a hero. I get 1 additional one because I'm going first. And then I've still got 4 Bonereaper units on the board, so only 6 will give me an additional 1. So I get 1 additional one. Put me on 3.
Okay.
Okay dokie. So, let's see. What do I do? So...
At least their finest hours dropped off, Andy.
Yes, yeah, I suppose that's true. So the Bone Shaper is just going to heal those wounds.
Yeah.
That 1 little wound. I didn't realise it's only 6 inches, so I'm not actually.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I'm not in range to do anything.
Do you? Are you going to use one of the heroic actions?
Oh yes. Oh, that is a good point.
I don't know, but I really like these new heroic actions. Obviously, I went all out and used Finest Hour straight away. In most games, I think that'd be knowing when to use it at the right time. I just felt do as much damage as I can to weaken the defense of the Bonereapers there.
Yeah, I mean, you went aggressive, and so going for Finest Hour, just you have to really. If you're going to go all in, you go all in, don't you? Oh, okay. So I can not get a command point, not heal. I can't unbind anything.
The heroic actions aren't really favouring the Bonereapers, are they, unfortunately?
No. I can Finest Hour, but because there's Stalkers, because you're in combat with Stalker and the Guard.
And Finest Hour might be a good emergency one in case you're stuck in combat as well, just to get the +1 save without using a command point.
Yeah. I can't even use a command point.
No, you can't use a command point now. No. Decisions.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to risk it for a biscuit.
Can you guess what I'm going to do, Andy?
Command point?
Heal. Of course, heal. So if I can roll under the bravery... So if you've not played the new edition of Age of Sigmar, one of the new heroic actions is heroic recovery. You roll 2d6. If you roll over the hero's bravery, nothing happens. If you roll equal to it, you restore 1 wound. If you roll under it, you restore d3, which is really, really good. So if I can roll under 8, that guy could potentially heal back up to full health.
This is where I want to see the 6s. Oh.
It's an 8, so he gets 1 back. It's still good enough.
Yeah, that's okay. That's not bad. Oh, okay.
I guess the hard thing is now you're stuck in combat with 2 units that you really don't want to be in combat with.
Yeah. I mean, magic spell wise, I've got Drain Vitality, so I can make you reroll 6s to hit and saves.
6s to hit gets around my horrific mortal wounds as well.
Yeah. But then I kind of want to put Mystic Shield on the Stalker, giving him a 3-up save, which ignores most of your rend.
And if you can keep him alive, that stops my guy from escaping as well.
Yeah. So he's going to put Mystic Shield on the Stalker.
Easy.
Which he does. I think that's it for hero phase. Not got anything else to do. So, movement phase. Well, these Mortek Guard are going to get stuck into the fight. We don't want to get shot at again, so I'm just going to move up 4. Get her in charge range.
I think you should say that. They're going to use a command point to redeploy.
Oh!
Oh,
there you go.
that's rubbish.
That's
That makes
rubbish.
it slightly harder.
That's fun, where does the Bone Shaper want to go? You kind of want to. So the Bone Shaper is gonna use Unstoppable Advance, I think it's called. Bone Reaper unit. Yeah, he's gonna use Unstoppable Advance, so it takes me down to 2 Relentless Discipline. So he gets +3 to his move. So he's going to move 8. Do I want to charge? He's terrible in combat.
Do you want to judge he's terrible in combat? This is some great tactical advice.
No, he's not gonna. He's not gonna charge. He's just gonna go 8 to there.
Let's get the action cam down to see what's going on.
See, now I'm thinking if I. Ooh. So I'm not quite within 6, but when I compile. Nah, he's gonna run. He's gonna run.
He's gonna run.
Yeah, for an extra 3. So he's just gonna go there, and that way, if these guys survive, I could potentially heal next turn.
There's a big if.
Yeah, big if. Yeah.
I mean, you've almost killed a dwarf. That's reassuring.
Yeah, you know what? That's pretty good for me. I'm happy with that. So that's movement. I've got no shooting. Charges. I'm gonna do a Vortex Guard.
Yep.
Vortex Guard in charge.
Well, they made
7.
it. They made it.
They do.
Unfortunately, once you complete your charge,
I know what's coming.
they're going to use one of the new command abilities. I forget what it's called now. Unleash Hell.
Unleash Hell. Yeah.
To cost me a command point. They get to shoot you.
Yeah.
I think they just get to shoot with everything. No, it's not like one weapon or anything. No, they just get to shoot.
Yeah.
So we've got axes.
Is it -1?
It is -1.
Oh,
Yeah,
-1.
it is
Okay.
-1. So we've got throwing axes. These will be hitting on 6s. 5 6s in. However, no, they're rubbish.
That's alright.
And we get a load of attacks with their actual guns. So these will be hitting on 5s, but they get a lot of attacks with these.
Yeah.
Not the greatest, to be fair. Only 3 hits.
It's not terrible.
These guns are better against monsters. They basically half the movement of monsters.
Yeah.
Which in AOS 3, really good.
Yeah.
And the wounds on 3s. So 2 wounds go through, -1 rend. You ignore that, don't you?
Yeah, so sitting on a 4. I fail 1. Looking for 6. Nope.
Just
1
1
to
damage.
start. Blink.
Okay, so combat is met.
Combat is met. Okay. Now this is where I've got decisions I'm putting. So I have to use. These guys are going to shield wall. I have to do that at the start. But I'm going to pick the Necropolis Stalker, and he's going to change his combat stance to.
Stab things.
Yeah. Precision. So improve
precision.
the rend and the damage of melee weapons by 1.
Excellent. That's pretty good. I've got arm issues at the minute. Sorry, let me
That's right.
reposition this. There we go.
Oh, it's
Let's switch to the other camera while I sort this out.
okay. So my hope here is if he hits some wounds with everything, you fail all of your saves.
I mean, that's a big ask.
I could maybe kill you, but then your acid blood pours on me and probably kills me.
Possibly kills you.
But then if I attack with a Mortic Guard, I've got a decent chance of killing at least one dwarf.
You have. It's a hard decision.
Yeah.
Because both of those units can put out a lot of hurt. Regardless of that, he is going to put the +1 to hit on everything.
Okay, yeah. So he's got Mystic Shield on him, so he's on a 3-up save. You know what? I'm going to do a Mortek Guard.
The Mortek Guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to say it. I've got faith.
You've got faith. So anyone who doesn't know, Andy and Dave went to a tournament at Warhammer World. It's probably 2 years ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, longer now.
And you didn't have the greatest spell of luck, but after, before every game, Andy said he had faith, which has become a bit of a catchphrase for when things go immediately downhill.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do the Cleaver first. So that's 2 attacks, freeze. Oh, he's doubled how good he was last time. And freeze. No.
Oh, nearly. You nearly did it.
And then there's 4 guys plus a champion. So, looking for freeze, but 6s explode. So it gives me 1 extra hit. So 2 failed.
3s was it?
Yeah, freeze, but the 6 gives me 8. Yeah. And then 4s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All 6s at -1.
4 at -1, that's pretty good. So that just gives me a 6+ save. 4 6s. That's not 4 6s.
Ooh.
But the 1 damage each.
Yeah.
And I've got a 4+ ward save. You killed a dwarf! Woo! That's 1 of them dead. That does reduce the number of mortal wounds coming your way.
That's an 11th of your army, man.
It is an 11th of my army, yeah, exactly. And that's them, their attack's done.
Yeah, that's them done.
Oh.
And
See, I don't know. I feel I might have to sacrifice these guys, kill them, then they can escape and I win the game.
yeah.
If these guys survive, yeah, they're tied up in combat and I can shoot them. Yeah. So I think we have to go with the Rune Father.
Rune Father, okay.
So let's murder I mean, what range am I in? Am I still in range of you? Just.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm in any range of the Grand Key. How many wounds is that? He's on 4 wounds, your guy, isn't he?
Yeah, 4 wounds now, yeah.
But if he's dead, then my guy can then
escape.
do stuff, can't he?
Well, yeah.
I mean, if he escapes, essentially I've got a minor victory at worst, haven't I?
Ooh.
So.
What monster thing do you want?
Yes, what monster thing am I going to do? That is a very good point. We should have done that first.
This is what I get.
I know. I mean, realistically, I think I'm going to do the stomp because you can't use command points anyway. So on a 2+, I don't.
Oh.
So he does not stomp you. He's obviously just rearing up a little bit. But now he's going to murder you. And I'm going to put everything on him to make sure he's dead.
Yeah.
Never split attacks.
Never split attacks. No.
So 6 attacks with his claws and horns. He is +1 to hit, but he's no longer +1 to wound. So that's reassuring. So he's hitting on 3s.
Okay.
Okay. And he is wounding on 3s as well. They're really good, actually. Oh. Yeah, that didn't go great. I'm glad I put all the attacks on him. Blazing Maw hitting on a 3. Hits and wounds on a 2. Oh. Come on, Magmadroth.
Oh, yeah.
The worst Magmadroth ever. Has he fallen asleep? He didn't stomp you. He's not wounded with anything. He's just licking him, isn't he?
He's tired from running across the battlefield.
Yes, he has ran a long way. And then the Grand Key. Let's see if the actual Fyreslayer can do some business.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s. Oh my days.
Is that 2 1s?
That's 2 1s. He is wounding on 3s. He's wounded at least.
Wounded.
-2 rend.
-2. So I reduce it by 1. So it puts me on a 3 up to a 4 up. And I fail it.
3 damage.
Oh, looking for 6s. That is 3 damage. He's alive.
Yep.
On a wound.
If only the Magma Droth had done anything, basically.
I think I'm unbelievably lucky there to not be dead.
Yep. Though on the plus side now, it takes one more splash back from the acid blood to kill you.
Yeah. But that's fine. I've got faith.
You've got faith.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna do the Stalker.
Oh, you're not going to do with those guys?
No, well, yeah. I don't want.
You sure? It makes sense to go with that first, surely.
Yeah. Well, you've got everything that does damage to me is when I attack him or at the end of the turn, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So there's no. I can't do the tail sweep now, so you may as well attack with those guys.
Okay. So I've got. 1 Soul Cleaver into Uruk Curve guard. Hopefully he's better than the other guy. He's hit twice, he is better than the other guy. Wounded on freeze. That is 1 at -1.
6+ save. These do not have any funky. What do they do? Oh, to a friendly hero, yeah. So they can take damage for other characters, but they don't have a save themselves. So
okay.
6+ save. Nope. Just 1 damage, is it?
Yeah, just 1 damage. And then there is 8 guys. So 2, 4. Ooh. What's your armor save?
It is a 5+ save.
Oh.
Are you thinking of a relentless discipline to negate that entirely?
Yeah. I mean, I've got nothing else to really use relentless discipline on at the minute. So I'm hoping Petrifix Elite. Yeah, so it says use this command ability in the combat phase. Okay, so I'm going to use my last relentless discipline to get some use out of it to improve their rend by 1. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 guys plus a champ.
Okay, that's a lot of attack. I feel these guys may be dead.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping they do better than the other guys. So freeze.
Oh, there's a lot of 1s in there.
6s explode.
Well, you might have negated the 1s maybe with that.
So 1. Almost. 2 misses.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That
those 6s are really good for the extra hits, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just volume of attacks.
Let's see what Blaze here in the chat. How's everyone doing? There's quite a few viewers. Let's shout up who you're supporting. Do you play either of these forces? How have you found the 3rd edition of Age of Sigmar? Do you think these dwarves will live?
I have mixed feelings. So 4s.
These are -2 rend now.
Yes.
Oh, have you done enough to kill him?
3, 6, 9 at -2.
Oh,
is that just enough?
So you've done 9.
9.
So
yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9 takes the last wound on. Just kills the unit.
Woo!
There you go. First unit wiped out.
Oh, there we
But I fear the other flank may be on the ropes a little bit here.
Yes, it's not going particularly well.
So I mean, the question is whether the Berserkers can finish off that unit more take guard. On paper, they should be able to, but they could fluff all their attacks, and then things are looking a bit dangerous for the Fyreslayers then, because they need to lose 1 more unit to lose the game.
Yeah.
So they will fight next. We've got 4 of them plus the champion. They are still within range of the aura from the Room Father, so they are still hitting on 2s. 6s do 2 mortal wounds in addition.
This is where I wish I'd put Drain Vitality on.
Yeah, and that's it was a difficult choice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
6s.
Oh, only 1.
So there's 2 mortal wounds. Everything else hits. And that's really where I get my spike damage, because the rest of the profile's not great. Wounded on 3 is no real damage. I mean, they've gone through.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So that's 6 saves to make.
6. Okay. So looking for 4s, and they've got shield wall on them. Ugh. Oh dear. Oh, so I only fail 1, and then with the 2 mortal wounds, that's 3 dice. Looking for 6s. Oh,
3 more dead.
Well, I'm going to keep the boss, because he's giving me that 6-up save.
Yep, that makes sense. Right, at the end of the combat as well, I am. I think I'm just within 3 of that. Does he do? Oh, he has
he's
4.
got his
Yes,
attacks,
he's 4. Yeah. Apologies.
No, that's all right. That's all right. This is where he kills himself.
This is where he kills himself. Yeah.
So hitting on freeze. Oh.
Is he pulling his punches now?
Wounded on freeze. Oh, so close. That is 4. That's
Yep.
-2, doing 2 damage.
Ooh, that is pretty scary.
That is pretty scary. Yeah.
So, let me check the rulings of this. Volcanic blood. Yeah, okay. So, 4 at -2 puts him on 6s.
Okie dokie.
You save 2 of them. So 4 damage goes through. For each of those, let me just check. For each of those on a 4+, you take mortal wounds.
Oh, can you roll a 4?
3 mortal wounds.
So I have to spike this with 666s now. Got faith. Oh,
nearly. Oh,
so close, yet so far.
that was. But you've done 4 damage to him, so he's gone down quite a bit on his profile. Unfortunately, in his hero phase, he's going to heal up a little bit.
I think if 2 of them had got to attack then it would have been.
Yeah, well, that's why I had to sacrifice these guys because I couldn't afford for him to do a lot of damage to him and take him down. Taking him down a tier, drops his claws, drops his fight movement. Yeah, it's a bit dangerous. We've got Elite Choice Studio in the chat. New to AOS, but Bonereapers have piqued my interest. AOS is a really, really fun game, and Bonereapers they're quite different to the other armies because a lot of the mechanics that work for all the other armies are different with the Relentless Discipline. How have you found playing them, Andy?
I've enjoyed them. I think it's getting used to the army. Obviously, again, this is like the first game with them. We're in the second turn. But I'm finding, especially the Mortek Guard, I'm loving them with their shield wall. Especially in Petrifex, where you're ignoring that first point of rend. There's a lot of stuff in the game with 1 rend, but not a huge amount with 2 or anything more. And then getting things like Mystic Shield on them as well, making them super tanky. I mean, they have been hurt a little bit when they don't get normal command abilities like everyone else, but you play around that instead of taking, like if I was playing a 1,000-point game, I'd have 2 units of 20 Mortek Guard rather than 10. I think especially with deployment zones as well, if I could have put the Stalkers right on the backfield right here and then used them as a counter-attack and gotten all 3 of them in, then yeah, it would have been a bit scary. But obviously playing around with the deployments, played around with things, so I'm enjoying them. I've played Death before. I've done like a Nighthaunt army, but that was years ago now.
Yeah.
So yeah, getting to play with these guys, even getting the 6-up death save, it's just like rolling dice, isn't it?
I think it's worth saying as well. We're playing a narrative mission. We're playing Path to Glory. The missions aren't by their nature necessarily balanced in the same way that a match play battle would be. For the very reason that a lot of the battle reports online, you see the same armies all the time. So we wanted to have some different things, some choices that you don't really see. So we've gone very, very low numbers Fyreslayers rather than some big blocks of Volkites and the like. Because I wanted to try out the shooty guys, and they killed 2 Mortek Guard. Yeah. They did something. Arguably, I think they're probably better in bigger units, and there's a faction I think that makes them better as well. But
yeah, I can't remember the name of the lodge off the top of my head. Lofnir, I think it is.
Possibly, it's been a while. But yeah, we're going to do some more narrative style things.
Yeah.
The end of the combat phase, Andy. If I can roll under 2, and I've rolled under 2 quite a lot during this game, they take D3 mortal wounds.
Oh dear.
Can I roll a 1 when I need to roll a 1?
I say a 6.
No!
There we go. See?
Yep, this is it. The dice have betrayed me again.
I've got faith.
You've got faith. So, that is the end of the battle round, unless you've got anything else that... no, it's not. It's not the end of the battle round. That's just your turn.
My turn too, yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself here. So, my guy, unfortunately, is still within 3 inches of those Mortek Guard as well, but I'm fairly certain I can deal with them. It does mean that I can't... I mean, I can... With some piling in shenanigans, I can probably get within 3 inches of your Bone Shaper.
Yes. Yeah.
But,
That's fine.
But, Yeah, so potentially I could escape at the end of this turn if I can deal with that stuff there, which I probably can.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. So I get a command point because I have burned through these command points like nobody's business. My heroic action again, I'm going to try and heal the guy because he's gone down a tier now and I could do with him healing some wounds there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll under his bravery, which I do. So he gets D3 wounds back. I could do with a 5 or 6 here.
That's all right.
So he's down 1 tier. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And he's got a total of, 14 wounds. So you're going to do a bit of damage to him to kill him.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get any Relentless Discipline. I've only got 3 Bonereaper units on the board now.
Oh, you got
so
6.
I get 1.
What heroic action are you doing?
I'm going to do Finest Hour.
Yeah.
I feel like the time has come. He's going to turn to face.
He's going to turn to face him and go in. No, I could just not pile into him, but that wouldn't be heroic at all. And I fear that the Fyreslayers would want to take out the leader of this Bonereaper army while he's got advantage to before they rush off to the necropolis that's just off that northern board edge. So into the movement phase, everything's in combat. There's not a lot I can do there.
No, it's not a huge
Shooting phase, fairly ineffectual. However, I do have axes. I do have my fire breath for the magma droth.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with that because it's the same situation. If I can roll a 1, I do some mortal wounds to those Mortek Guard, which would then free up those guys to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll another 6 here, aren't I?
Oh, okay.
Doesn't
That's
do
right.
it.
That's
I
right.
believe he's got an axe as well, though. So he's going to throw his axe at the unit he's in combat with.
Yep.
5+. Doesn't do anything.
No.
The 4 dwarf there, fire their axes. 5+. 1 hit.
Okay.
Fair enough, I'll take it. I think it wins on a 5. They didn't do an awful lot, these axes. Wounds is. No rend, 1
No
damage.
Looking for 4. There you go.
Yeah, I see. I'm not sure how I quite like the thematics of the throwing axes, but they're so ineffectual. It's just an extra dice roll that might occasionally go off. I'd rather it be I don't know, a charge bonus where they do an impact hit when they charge in because they've thrown an axe.
Yeah, we need to rework them slightly because I think it was a previous battle turn we were like 4s and 4s.
Yeah.
It's kind of worth rolling the dice, but 5s and 5s is a bit.
Especially like in Fyreslayers now, you can build them so you've got high numbers, but in this kind of elite army, the units are so small, those axes are not going to do anything really.
No.
So that's the shooting phase.
Yeah.
We're going to go into the pile in and kill stuff phase.
Yeah.
And you know what we are? We're going to go for it. We're going to pile in 3 inches towards the closest enemy model. Oh look, there's a guy there. And he's going to get murdered. I'm going to use my command ability to give everything +1 to hit.
Okie dokie. Well, next turn's turn 3. And assuming my Bone Shaper and my guys are alive, which probably won't happen. Oh, do I shield wall the Mortek Guard? Chat, do I shield wall the Mortek Guard?
So I think the chat are a little bit behind us. So yeah, shout up if you think Andy should use shield wall on the pair of Mortek Guards that are still alive before they potentially get battered by this magma droth.
I mean, if they do survive, then I think they'll be my veterans of the game. But
now, to be fair, when does your shield wall go in? Because they could get hit.
It's in combat.
It's in the combat. So I think what we should do first is the stomp, just to see if they're dead from the stomp.
Yeah.
So on a 2 plus the stomp goes up.
A 1.
He's done it this time.
Okay.
They take D3 mortal wounds. That might just make that decision for you.
A 1.
So 2 mortal wounds.
So I need to roll a single 6 here.
Oh, they did it. There's 1 alive. There's 1 alive.
There's 1 alive. Oh.
The nothing from the chat on whether the single Mortek Guard should shield wall.
Well, the only other thing I can do is improve the rend, but you're going to attack me first.
I mean, I guess that if you do it, there's a chance he survives.
Go on, I'll do it.
He's doing
Shield
it.
wall.
He's doing it. Okay, so the magma droth. He's got like 5 or 6 wounds, has he?
So.
Oh, he's got extra wounds, hasn't he?
Yeah, so being Petrifix Elite, he's got 7 wounds, and he ignores The first rune allocated to the bearer in each phase is negated.
Well, that's
He's
pretty
+2
good.
wounds. So he's looking at 7 wounds.
7. I mean, this guy can do a lot of damage
Yeah.
if he hits. And I really feel that single Bone Reaper isn't much of a threat, and the other guy should be able to deal with him.
Yeah, I mean,
So
hopefully he's going to redeem himself and kill a Fyreslayer.
yeah, that'd be
And
good.
that's about it.
So as you've called its finest hour, I
Yeah.
feel the Rune Father has to go mano a mano and take
Yeah.
him on.
Never split attacks, man.
Never split attack. So he's going to focus everything on that fella
Oh dear.
and definitely murder him into the ground. So his claws and horns, now he's gone up. Oh no, he's on 4, so he gets 1 less attack. But I've basically given myself an extra attack by healing up that tier. So
Yeah.
I think that healing ability is really good, and that is something you are missing at the Bone Reapers, the ability to do that.
Yeah, I mean, even if I take Elige Cavalos, which is really the only close combat hero we get access to, even then I still can't use it, so it's a bit... it hurts. But then, again, like you say, if they get a new book, I imagine they'll address that and they'll give us a bunch of more stuff we can use Relentless Discipline on, so it's...
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. So let us go in with the Claws and Horns. He did his command ability, so this is hitting on 3s.
Ooh,
That Magma still can't hit, but at least he's hit a couple this time.
that's alright, I'm happy with
And this is wounding on 3s. 2 wounds,
Oh.
-1. And you ignore that.
So I ignore the rend. So it says in my thing, the first rune allocated. I assume that's after
So once you
saves.
fail to save, you allocate wounds, yeah.
So he's on a 4 up, but he's got Finest Hour, so 3 ups. And then it's damage.
So 2 damage.
2 damage. So looking for Deathless minions. So
And
it
then
takes
the first one you allocate goes, but he takes 1 wound.
takes 1 wound. Yeah.
But that's your 1 free wound this phase, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's down to 6.
Okay, Blazing Maw. This is hitting on a 3+.
Oh.
It doesn't hit. This Magma needs 5. The Latchkey Grand Axe. Now, will he get... He's not had a hit on 6 ever in this game to make it damage 4, which make it really tasty against this fella.
It made me very nervous, yes.
Team up 2s. No, still no. But he's hit with them all. He is wounding on 3s.
1s and 2s, please. Oh!
It is exactly 1s and 2s. The Magma Drop and the Rune Father they've scratched him.
They scratched
But
him,
that's
yeah.
a fairly disappointing round from him.
Oh my word! I actually get to attack you in combat. I'm going to do my Mortec guard into your room. I think when you didn't kill the Stalker over here, I got lucky. When you did a wound to him, I think I got even lucky. But yeah. So the champion into the Hearth guard. So 3s, but 6s explode.
Nice.
And
This
then-
guy, this single guy's going to take out this entire unit now, isn't
Well, I
he?
hope so. And then 4s.
Oh, maybe not.
1 at -1.
1 at -1 gives me a 6+ save, which he doesn't
Oh.
make, but he gets a 4+1 save.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
another dead dwarf.
You know what? I'm happy with that, Matt.
They are starting to disappear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until you attack back.
Which is now. So they are going to stay where they are because then they can charge and do shenanigans.
Yeah.
So we get 7 attacks. They are hitting on 2s with the +1. Again, it's the 6s that we're looking for, really.
Yeah.
Just 1 again. They've not done so. 2 mortal wounds, which to be fair is probably enough to kill him.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And then 3s. And you've got 4 saves to make, no rounds.
Well, so 4s with a reroll. Oh dear, that wasn't very good. With a reroll. So then he's looking for 5 deathless minions.
Can this one guy make 5 6+ saves?
I'm going to do it 1 at a time for dramatic effect.
This first one's going to be a 1.
No, please don't.
Okay.
There we go.
So the Rune Father kind of whiffed all his attacks, but at least the
Yeah, I'm
the
surprised. at
Berserkers have done all right.
that. Yeah, I mean, even at small point games, I mean, 5 of them you look at, you're like, yeah, okay, we're pretty decent, we're pretty tasty, but Yeah.
So they are not wholly within 7 of the edge of the battlefield. Basically, both those units are going to have to get out of combat and then get to the end of the board to get out, which makes sense. It'd be a bit gamey if I just killed a unit and scarpered.
Yeah.
So I've got to at least move off there, which does buy you a chance to potentially catch one of the units if you can win the roll off for turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, if I've got the Mortec Guard, if I unstoppable advance, but it's still quite a long charge. It's doable. It's doable, but it's a long shot.
Yeah, I mean, I could just drop the Magma Droth out of combat, but then where's the fun in that?
Right, exactly.
He's gonna kill him. I feel that I'd be letting down the chat and everyone watching if I just ran away. So yeah, let's roll off for the next battle round. That is a good roll.
No!
6, so it goes to... Still goes to you anyway.
Yeah, it still goes to
so
me.
So it makes a difference.
So
I get 2 and the general's still alive.
Okay, so I get 1 for having a Bonereaper hero. And then I get 1 for taking the first turn. And then I've got 2 Bonereaper units on the board now. But I don't get any. So 2 Relentless Discipline.
Hey, my heroic action, technically you get to pick your heroic action first, but I don't think there's any you can actually use.
I'm going to heal.
Oh, of course you can, yeah.
This is where I rolled a 6. Oh, just he heals a wound.
That's all it takes.
Heals a wound.
My guy's going to do the same. Yeah, it gets D3. So 1, but again, that's enough to put him on his top profile.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, that puts me in a pickle. Okay, so hero phase, the only thing I can do is cast a spell. I've got Drain Vitality, I've got Arcane Bolt, Mystic Shield. Well, he's no longer got Finest Hour on himself.
No.
Oh, so I think I'm going to Mystic Shield myself.
Okay.
I forgot to attack with him last turn.
Oh, do his attacks, do his attacks.
Fear me, Matt. Hitting on freeze. Yeah. I get +1 because it was Finest Hour, so freeze. Oh. 1 wound, no rend, 1 damage.
Okay. 4 plus save? No.
Oh dear.
On a 4 plus you take a mortal wound.
I do. Deathless minions.
So
there you go. Oh, okay.
So with that in account, he's still down a tier, which is good.
Always remember things, kids. Always
you know what? I forgot to break a rune on my turn as well. Remember that next turn.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Not that it made much difference because he didn't get anything through anyway, did he?
No, no. Okay, so okay, so I was going to Mystic Shield myself, wasn't I?
Yep.
Mystic Shield goes off on a 9. Then I think that's it for hero phase. Movement phase. Well, the Bone Shaper, he's more of a thinker.
He's more of a thinker than a fighter.
Yeah, he's not really a fighter. He's more of a thinker. He was a bit of a he knows when to get out.
Yeah, he was incredibly lucky that the guy couldn't reach him with his great key.
Yeah. So my goal is
so for your
controlling.
So is this for your quest?
Yeah, my quest.
So which with the glory one.
Yeah.
For each unit that ends in your territory, you get a point towards your quest, which essentially like
it's in the corners,
corners, isn't it?
Oh dear, I have completely forgotten about that. Okay.
For me, feeling better. I'm going to end with character units in this side of the board.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to escape on that one, so I'm probably not going to achieve anything towards my quest on this one.
Okay. So now in Age of Sigmar, I can't retreat and run out of combat because it's a different
you can only make a normal move, and a run is not a normal move.
So
running away from the big fire-breathing dragon monster thing.
Wow, I mean it's a big giant breathing fire monster thing. So I'm going to use one relentless.
So you've moved. You are within a certain range of my guy. Redeploy.
Is it normal move?
Oh no, yeah, if you retreat I can't use it, yeah.
I'm going to use 1 Relentless Discipline to make the Mortek Guard slightly quicker.
Yep.
Oh. So I've got to kill this guy to stop you from getting a minor victory.
If you kill that guy, you win.
Okay.
If you kill that unit, you also win. You just need to kill one more unit to win the game.
One more unit.
And they're looking a bit fragile now, but they have got that ward save.
Yeah. I should have Arcane Bolt with him.
Done some more damage.
Yeah, done some more damage.
See,
Okay.
I mean, even though we've only got a handful of units, it's only a 600-point game. I've really enjoyed these because they are still quite tactical, aren't they?
Yeah, I especially when you I was watching the battle report you did with Jay last week?
Last week, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, with the Dwarfs versus Soulblight, and you came down to a handful of models each. But
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I do like about small games is that every model matters.
You
every
can't
unit.
afford to lose. I mean, I had to sacrifice them really because I was hoping that he'd kill those units.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's been a bit asleep the last few turns. He really should have killed everything up there and won the game, but
it was his finest hour in that first turn.
it was. He's okay.
Okay. So we're going to do a slight shuffle sideways. So that puts me. That makes him movement 7. Okay, so
Now, can I fit a Magma Drop in there? I can. I'm going to use a command point.
okay. I mean, you make my charge easier, but at the same time, it's scary. Okay.
So basically, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Put a Magma Droth wall in the way.
Yeah. Oh, how many wounds has Magma Draft got?
He's got 10 wounds left.
10 wounds. Oh, if I do this is amazing. Okay, that's movement. I've got no shooting. Charges.
Yep.
The Mortek Guard are going to charge.
9 charge, that's impressive.
Okay. That's what I need.
They might be able to tag those guys still.
Oh. So, a 9 gets me round here, but then they've got, what? 6, they'll have a...
So they've got the base got a 5+ save and a 4+
after.
ward save.
Oh. See, this is where I think I'll take advice from begin with a B in the chat.
Batimo, was it?
Batimo, yeah. Well, I don't split my attacks because this is only turn 3, and we've got your turn as well.
We have got my turn as well, and my combat in your turn.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to go all in on the
All in the moment. Well,
yeah.
he's moved forward to protect his loyal brethren.
So I'm going to do so in such a way that doesn't bring in the Hearthguard.
Yeah, because you really don't want those coming into the fight as well.
No, it'd be a bit, yeah. So I've still got to be coherent. So this guy is still within coherency range of this guy, isn't he?
So yeah, because they're on an inch base, they are just, as long as they're base to base, they're in coherency.
Yeah.
Anything with bigger bases, you have to either stagger your formation or put 2 ranks essentially.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of the chat, who are we rooting for? Who do we think is going to win this fight? There's a lot of Bonereapers there. And like I say, if either of these units dies, then Andy's won the game. When you complete that charge, however, I'm going to use one of my command points to do Unleash Hell from the Rune Father.
Okay, okay.
So, we'll do the axe first, because 6.
Yeah.
No one cares. He's going to breathe fire. If you can roll under 7, if you can roll under 8 on a d6, awesome, I've done it. They take, as they're within 6 inches, they take d6 mortal wounds. So I rolled under 8.
Yeah.
4 mortal wounds.
Okay. Got faith.
You've got faith. Ooh, half the unit.
That hurts. That hurts.
That Unleash Hell was a really scary ability.
Ooh. I'll take a normal guy off. So 1 discipline point.
End of the charge phase. I do my monstrous action. I am going to try and stomp you on a 2+.
I'm only one.
There's another one. He's very sleepy today, the Magma Droth. Has he done anything, the Magma Droth, this game? I think he might have killed like one model, maybe. It's all been on the Rune Father.
Yeah, I think.
Turn 1 he did really well, didn't he?
Yeah, he killed 2 of the Stalkers.
And he's worn himself out.
Yeah, bless him. Okay, so that's the end of charge phase. Combat phase. I'm going to spend 1 to improve the rend by 1.
Oh, I'm going to do all that defence on him to try and counter that.
Okay, so Soul Cleaver hits on freeze, 2 hits. Wounding on freeze, 2 wounds, -2, but obviously you ignore 1.
Yeah, so 5s then.
5.
Mix one of them. How much damage is that?
Just 1.
Just 1 damage on a 4+, you take mortal wound. You do.
Not the lava. Oh.
Stop punching lava.
I'm going to take the cleaver off. And then 3 normal dudes, one of which is a champion. So, 3's to hit, 6's explode. No 6's, but only 1 miss. And then 4's to wound. Oh, okay.
This is better.
So 3 at -2.
3 at -2. Again puts me on a 5+ save.
Oh dear.
Did you get him through him?
I'll get him through him.
Another 2 damage. Is that another 2 mortal wounds back to you now? It is.
Oh dear. Looking for 6's. No, that's too
There's just a single guy left.
It started so well.
Okay, so obviously he's going to punch you.
Yeah.
But you've now taken him down to another tier in his profile, so he only gets 4 attacks with his claws. I mean,
okay.
This guy's only rolled like 1s and 2s for the entire game anyway.
Yeah.
And he hasn't got the buff on him because I put it on all out defence because I thought it was a bit more important to get the save up, which, to be fair, I think it was.
Yeah.
So he's only hitting on 4s now. He does better when he's got the buff on him, doesn't he? And he's wounding on 3s. Okay, 1.
1.
That's all I need. -1 rend you ignore.
So looking for a 4. Loves it.
Yep. He's going to bite you with his blazing maw on a 4+. He does.
Oh no.
Wounds on a 2.
Oh no.
He does. That is -2 rend.
Oh, so looking for a 5. Oh!
And finally, the Great Axe, Grand Axe, hits on a 3.
Triple 1s.
He's hit with a 6, so that improves the damage of that 1 by 1. We'll use a blue dice for the extra damage one.
Yeah.
This wounds on 3s. So the extra damage one fails. That's rend 2.
Rend 2, so looking for a 5 again. Oh.
3 damage.
For dramatic effect. No. Oh, I tried. I think, in hindsight, it probably would have. But then, because you
still lost half the unit to the.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to get them all in. You might have, with piling, I guess you'd have been equally. You might have been able to. I think you'd have still struggled to kill the unit with that 4+ ward save.
Yeah, if I got all 10 into them, then I still don't think I'd kill them on averages. But in hindsight, I could have moved back over here and just try and get some more glory point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fair enough.
So my turn 3.
Your turn 3.
Now I could just move both these units onto the edge of the board and win, but
Yeah.
I feel I want to try and take him out on the way out.
Yeah.
So we're going to break a rune. We are going to improve the rend of all weapons. Let's try and strike it to get the better version. We don't. But yeah, +1 rend on everything.
Yeah, that's alright.
These guys are basically going to run
good.
away, so they escape at the end of the turn. We'll leave them there for now. The Magma Droth is wounded. Oh, he's going to try and heal some wounds with his command ability, with his hero ability. He does. D3 wounds. 3 wounds.
There we go.
So he's back up to 4. You're fully healed, aren't you?
Yeah, so I can't do anything.
I get 1 command point, which I'll probably use for re-rolling hits.
See if I get that 1 relentless discipline.
Nope. Magma Droth is going to... Maybe we'll do it this side.
Yeah.
Come at you. His fire breath doesn't do anything on you because you've got. I can't do it. I can throw an axe at you though.
Oh no.
Nope. And then I'm going to charge you.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's alright. That's fine.
And he's going to try and stomp you
Yeah.
on a 2+.
Okie dokie.
No.
Is that the third time?
It's the third time. He's just playing with you. It's a big friendly magma drop.
Yeah.
And
That's probably.
he's going to give himself +1 hit.
Yeah.
Because why
okay.
not? So, in fact, no, he'll do the aura. So
Yeah. I mean.
I'm better off using that anyway, just in case.
Yeah.
Not that you've got anything else, but so he is now on 4 wounds, so he gets an extra attack with his claws and horns. I have improved the rend of everything by 1 though, so that might make a difference here. That can get through some of your shenanigans, hopefully.
Me being Petrifix,
Yeah, so we are hitting on 3s with this because of the command ability.
Oh, okay.
He's getting there. Maybe he's sensed it's important now. Wounding on 3s. 2 get through at -2.
-2. Okay, so still got Mystic Shield on me, so I suppose it came in use. So that's a 3 up, -2 takes me up to a 5. So fail both.
They are 2 damage each.
2 damage each. Okay. So looking for 6s. So I ignore the first one for my artifact, but then I take 3. He's down to 4.
That's possibly like the second wound the Magma Droft's ever done to someone. By using more, can he finish you off by biting off your head? It's going to be a 1. No, he's hit.
Okay.
He's hit. And he's wounding on a 2 with that.
This is where the 1 is.
He's wounded. That is now -3 rends.
-3. Oh dear. So 3 up takes me up to a 5 up again. Oh.
D3 damage. 1
Flash. Deathless minions. It takes me down to 3.
The Latchkey Grand Axe. Hitting on 2s.
This is where
6s do additional damage.
Oh.
Wounded on 3s. Oh, come on, dude. He's done 1 at -2 rend. -3 rend.
-3. So looking for a 5 up again.
And that does 3 damage. Is that enough to kill him? You're going to save one of these, aren't you?
I'm going to save 1.
Oh
no! And with that...
And with that, we have the conclusion of our battle.
The Bonereaper dies.
I think that's the best I've done on one of these streams so far. Possibly my first win. I can't remember what the stats are here. So yeah, the Fyreslayers were pretty good, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, when you came at me turn 1, because you were literally almost on your board edge, and then I think at the end of turn 1, Magma Droff was right over here. So the speed definitely caught me out a little bit.
Yeah, and you played Fyreslayers. Well, Vostarg's the lodge that lets you do that, and essentially you've got a combo of turn 1. They always run 6 inches. You can break the rune that gives them extra movement, and if you roll the 6 for that, they can get even more movement as well, can't they? And then that's comboed with this guy having a 12-inch aura that anything can run and then charge. Means that basically these guys turn 1 can get wherever they want on the board.
Yeah, I mean it definitely gave you the aggressive turn 1. I think I got very lucky over here with the Necropolis Stalkers surviving, and then obviously again when your Runefather sort of fluffed his attacks over here as well. So 2 turns of your fluffing dice rolls definitely helped, and then obviously the Mortic Guard doing exactly enough damage to kill the Fyreslayers in turn. So it was definitely a very good game, because I don't feel like the dice were. I think they're probably more in my favour than yours.
Yeah. That Magma Droff rolled terribly the entire turn 1. He did really well, and I think the next time he hit something was just then when he managed to do some wounds to the Boneshaper.
Yes, yeah. I mean, the Boneshaper realistically probably should have died the last time he was in combat with him, but no, that was good.
It was fun. So yeah, looking forward to continuing these. So what we do as part of Path to Glory, if you haven't played it before, is there's like a post-battle sequence. Yeah. So should we play through that, Andy? And see what we get? What I'm going to do is get the rulebook out so that anyone who hasn't maybe played this before, can encounter this with us. So the Aftermath sequence. Let's set up the camera for this. So at the end of the game, we go through a couple of things that basically chronicle our path to glory. So, glory-wise, we both fought the Path to Glory battle, so we both get 5 glory points, putting us both on 10. I got a major victory, so I got 3, and my warlord took part in the battle and survived, giving me additional 1. So I've got 14 glory in total. You've got 10, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah.
You've got 10, which is still enough glory to do stuff with, which is what I really like about this, that even if you lose, you can still do some of the post-battle stuff, which means that in a big campaign we've got multiple people playing, not one person's going to get too far into the lead, because even if you get absolutely battered, you can still do stuff and add units and add territories, which is really, really fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is the nice thing about Path to Glory, isn't it? Even if you lose a game, you can still take part.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You lose a game, you can't do anything with what with your glory points out.
Yeah, because in some systems you get a bit hindered by losing the game, don't you?
Yes, yeah.
So, next thing we need to do is work out any injuries. Now, you've got a few. I've also got a few as well. So basically you look at any units that are being wiped out. So I've got a unit of 5. And you roll the dice for each model. For each one, a model is removed from that unit permanently.
Ooh.
So just switch over to the dice cam and see if we lose anyone here. No, they're fine. You've got 2 units of 10. Oh, you've got quite a few bits,
Yeah,
actually.
I've got quite a few.
So your first unit of Bonereapers.
So first unit of Mortate Guard. Ooh. I don't lose anyone.
Perfect.
And then the second unit of Mortate Guard. Ooh. I lose 3 guys.
Now you can spend glory to. You can spend 1 glory to re-roll one of those dice if you want to.
I'm gonna save it for the big
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
So 3 guys from this unit are permanently
So that's permanently
dead.
gone. Obviously, you can reinforce those units later on in the campaign and get them back. You can
Yeah.
also make like recovery rolls if they sit out of battle. They get on a 2+, each model can come back, so it's not too bad.
No, that's okay.
Obviously, at this point in the game, though, there's not many models to work with.
Yeah.
This is the one where you don't want to roll 3 ones, though, isn't it?
Yes, this would be very bad. So this is the Stalkers. Or I am going to spend 1 glory to
Yep.
roll this. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
fine. And that's worth using, to be fair, because you don't want to lose those big units. So now we do your character. That's slightly differently. You roll 2d6 and there's an injury chart to see what happens to him.
Double 6, please.
Oh, I thought it
no.
nearly was. It is a minor injury, no effect. So he
Okay.
gets off lightly. So again, that's pretty good. You survived. You lived to fight another day. Once we've done that, we then work out our experience that we get during the battle. Now, there was some conditions. Both of my units managed to escape.
Yep.
So the what's he called? The Room Father gets a glory, and the unit of Half-God Berserkers get a glory. We also get a glory if they take part in the battle and survive, which is those same 2 units.
Yeah.
So they've got 2 glory each. And then you pick an MVP who gets some additional glory at the end. They get D6 renown points. So I'm going to pick the Berserkers because there's a chance if they can get up to 5, they become a veteran and get some additional abilities.
Okie dokie.
So D6 renown on them. They get
Oh,
6
there you
renown,
go.
so they're up to 8 renown, which is really good. What unit would you like to pick for yours?
I'm going to pick... See, I'm torn. If I pick the Stalkers, they're at full strength, so we can probably get a bit more use out of being veterans. But at the same time, I think one of the unit of Mortek Guard, holding the line for 2 or 3 turns.
I mean, if you get lucky and you roll a 5+, you've automatically levelled them up.
I'm gonna D6 it. On a 1 to 3, it's the Stalkers. No, so it's a Mortek Guard.
Okay.
So they're gonna get D6 for
You get
2.
It's a start, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
forget
2
that.
on the Mortek Guard. Okay, so now my Half-God Berserkers are levelled up. I get to pick a veteran ability. Now, again, to make sure that people don't run away too much with a bit of a lead, you're limited on the number of veteran abilities you can have based on the size of the battle. So I can't have my whole army as veterans. I'll be able to pick 1 unit as a veteran. So they can use Don't take battle shock. Add 1 to wound rolls. Charge even if they ran, they can do that anyway. Add 1 to wound rolls for shooting. Subtract 1 from wound rolls that target them. That's pretty good. And devastating charge. Good. I think they're going to go defensive formation. So basically, once per battle, I can just say you're -1 to wound me, and I've got me save, and I've got me ward save, making them super defensive. So yeah, they're going to have defensive formation.
I mean, it makes sense for dwarves, doesn't it?
Yeah,
they're going to be tough.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Heroes. Your starting heroes are already your general, so essentially they start off on the 15+ mighty hero level.
Yes.
They still accrue renown though, so I imagine in some of the supplements you might unlock other things they can do. Say if you had, for example, my Fyreslayers, if he was on foot, I imagine in the Fyreslayers book when it comes out, there'll be a renown cost or a glory cost to upgrade him to a magma drop mounted version maybe.
Yes.
At the minute though, there's no benefits for your generals getting the glory. If you had any other heroes in your army, though, once they hit 50 in renown, they get their own command trait.
Yeah,
which is really, really cool.
Yes.
So you can have multiple command traits in your army. So next, we complete our quests. Neither of us have completed a quest. You can spend 1 glory to put 1 on your track towards it. I've got quite a bit of glory, so you know what? I am going to spend 1 glory to get 1 point on the quest. Because once I've completed that quest, it's worth 10 glory for me.
Yes, yeah. So I'm down to 9 glory.
You're down to 9 glory.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll spend 1 glory to get a point.
Because it's one of those things that you accrue over the course of a few games. Depending on, like Jay had one, we had to cast spells to unlock a spell. His Lumineth did that really easily.
Yeah.
However, most armies can only take 1 spellcaster anyway at this point in the game, so depending on what mission you take, it's going to take you longer to do it. Obviously, this one's a big one because 10 glories. I mean, that's essentially how much you got. I got for winning the game. It's basically a win plus playing in a battle. So, and as you can see, there's lots of cool stuff that you can spend them on. We can upgrade our stronghold and our barracks, but I don't think either of us have enough glory to do that. What we can then do is venture out into the kind of area that surrounds where we're fighting. There's quite a short list at the minute. Again, I think this will be expanded in both battle tomes and in supplements. And we both roll to see, and it is both of us roll because it's the teasing bit where you may not have enough to actually buy this place. Okay. It costs you 10 glory to do so.
Okay.
But you might get in the video and go, oh, I found this place but I can't get it. So it is a D66. So I'm going to go for 41, which is an ancient road. That will increase my allied unit limit by 1. So I could buy that, and it means that I could then take 2 Stormcast units or 2 Cities of Sigmar units in my army. At the minute, I don't think I really need that, so I'm going to pass on that. Do you want to roll to see what you would have found?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what you could have won.
1. 12.
Barren wastes, your scouts find nothing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Unlucky. And then we can manage our order of battle. So obviously you might want to think about this one rather than doing it all now, but you can add additional units spending glory. So if you were adding a new unit that cost up to 200 points, for example, it'd cost you 5 glory.
Like a unit of Death Riders, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think what I'll probably do is have a look at this, and I'll probably add a couple of units to my force here, because I've got 13 glory. I can start padding out some units, and then even though I've got a bigger force, I'll still, if you've only got 600 points at that point, I still draw from that army to create my my roster for that battle. Yeah. It just gives me some more options.
So at this step, can I replenish my Mortek Guard unit?
So to recuperate, you spend a glory and roll a number of dice equal to the casualty score. For each 4+, you reduce this casualty score by 1. So essentially, you'd roll 3d6, and each 4+, you get it. If they skip the next battle, it would then be on a 2+ instead. So basically, you can put them on the bench. If you're feeling lucky, you might be able to replenish the unit now. But the thing is, it costs how much does the unit cost?
140 points.
So to do that roll, it will cost you 2 glory.
2 glory.
Which is quite expensive at this point.
Yeah, I'm down to 8, aren't I?
You're down to 8, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to hold off.
I mean, what you could do is buy a new 140. You could buy a new unit for 5,
Yeah.
to have for future. Sub those out, and then after the next game, unless you roll 3 ones, which looking at our dice roll this game is quite likely, you're probably going to have a full strength unit, and then you've got 3 units. Because with Path to Glory you can also play match play games, but when you do, you're using the match play battle pack rules. So as we do bigger games, you will need minimum units of battle line and the like, where in the narrative missions in this pack, you don't. So it is good to have your options open, so you've got some battle line if you need to do that.
Yes, yeah. I think what I'm going to do to motivate me to get my Death Riders painted, I think I'm going to spend 5 glory to add a unit of Death Riders.
Amazing. That's pretty cool. And I'm probably going to add a priest of some description, and I reckon I can probably get some Volkite Berserkers in there, but we'll work out that after the battle because I haven't got the points to hand on me. I reckon I've got enough points to have both of those units. And then that gives me another hero. I can swap out a unit for a bigger one if I need to.
Yeah.
And if Andy gets his Death Riders painted, next time we play each other, because we've got more than 600 points, we could choose to just play whatever the maximum number of points one of those people has.
Yes, yeah.
Which is really cool. So so that is the narrative kind of post-battle stuff in Path to Glory. That's your first game of Path to Glory as well, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
What did you think compared to... You've played a couple of games of match play now, haven't you?
Yeah, I've played 2 games of match play with my Moor tribes. And this is the first game with the Bonereapers. I've enjoyed all 3 games. I think Path to Glory is definitely a lot more... It's definitely a lot more relaxed.
Yeah.
I mean, again, coming over, playing here on a Saturday, super fun, super enjoyable. Again, we obviously we love playing Age Sigmar, so getting all the games in I can is great. I'm not too fussed about what I play. It's more being able to play. And again, taking smaller armies, like we said, every model matters. So killing like 1 Hearthguard here and there, it was like, oh, do I attack with a Mortek Guard and try and kill Hearthguard, or do 2 in Magmadroth? So, as in some ways, I think my brain actually had to work more in that game than it did in a 2,000 point match play game. So.
Yeah, I mean, a sacrificial unit is... I mean, for those the Auric Hearthguard was like a third of my army, sacrificing them to just buy my stuff up the other end another turn. That may not have paid off.
No, yeah.
And then, and obviously in the Path to Glory as well, I could have rolled 5 ones if I was really unlucky on the injury roll. So you got to think about throwing away units like that as well.
Yeah, it was definitely more enjoyable. Like I said, that's my first Path to Glory. I haven't played any of the 40k Crusade yet, but...
You're not playing any Crusade yet? We need to sort that out then. We need to come on the show and do some of that. So we are going to do some of the match play battles as part of this. I feel for Path to Glory though, really the minimum you can do those match play ones is 1,000. So the idea is that we'll play some games, we've nearly played all the Path to Glory missions, and I don't want to rotate too much. So I think we'll do some of the open play, randomly generated missions as well, until our armies are up to 1,000 points. And then once we hit that point, we'll start playing some of the match play missions. Hopefully by then the Path to Glory mission pack comes out, and then we should have a load of new missions to play through. But that's the plan, because I think I don't think these size armies would work so well on those the kind of big match play missions where there's a lot more going on, isn't there? Yeah,
there's a lot more objectives and stuff as well. Yeah, and again, when you're playing match play, you need those units on the board to play the game. Otherwise, some of the scenarios don't really scale to the lower points values.
So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope everyone watching at home has enjoyed the game too. We plan on doing these every Saturday. We'll be doing some 40k and AOS. And you know what? We might be throwing in some Necromunda and Titanicus as well, because we've had a lot of people say they want to see some Adeptus Titanicus. We have got House of Shadows on the horizon as well. So we want to get some Necromunda going, because at that point, each of the original Necromunda gangs has got their house book as well, which again, balancing things a little bit, because then everybody's got access to the cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. We will be doing a review of the new Orc Codex as well this week. That has arrived this morning, so I'm going to frantically read that and build some models the rest of the day. We've also got a review of the new Extremis starter set due this week. It was due to go up today, but we had a bit of a technical issue and our copy was in German and my German's not so good. So if you check out the YouTube page, I have done a bit of a review and unboxing of the scenery from that set and the new Uruk painting set as well. But as soon as I've got Extremis, I want to share all the printed materials in there, the scenarios in there. We might even next week, depending on what we've got painted, paint up maybe the contents of the Extremis starter set next Saturday, playing some of the scenarios from that book.
Yeah, that'd be good fun.
So cool, I hope you've all enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. See you later, guys.
Take care.